So, there's this little thing called the Snyder Cut coming out in March, and I thought it would be kind of neat for us to revisit the two films that lean to the Snyder Cut, and of course it starts with Man of Steel. Right now we're at the credits. We are at the old DC logo, or at least the forming the old DC logo. This is gonna be a big. Here's the thing with this movie. I flippin' love this film. So it's gonna be a lot of me going, "Oh my god, this is this and this is that." But it's been a while. It's been a while since I revisit the film and all that. I might just turn it down a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the first thing I will say, because right now we're just seeing Laura Joelle getting giving birth to Kal-El, is the one thing always is that I'm loving about this movie is the set designs and the alien culture, because even if you go through like the Christopher Lee films, Krypton was pretty much this future Earth, and everybody's just like stay clear of this like white dome and all that kind of stuff. And I just, by this you can say, hey, there's going to be a different culture, a different alien culture. I mean, right here, this shot of like of the creatures and the aliens and all kind of stuff. And of course, I'm smiling like that. Yeah. Yeah. Like even the costumes, the quest, the curls of the council, the Krypton council, and how the designs are. Nope. There's Zod. I mean, the casting of this movie, this is what I'm going to probably repeat a lot, is the casting here in this movie is just phenomenal. You have Russell Crowe as Jor-El, Michael Shannon as Zod, and even like here, this is Sparta. No, I mean, this little brief interaction, you can tell how much history there is between Zod and Jor-El, and how much there is between these two characters. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, you know what's so cool about this version of Jor-El? That he kicks people's asses. That's what he does. I'm gonna go. Mac is on the turning the space guy here for a second. Oh. The music here. The music. how Zimmer. And here's the thing, the one thing we can all agree with Snyder, love the guy, hate the guy, what you think his moves, whatever. Visually, it's always gorgeous to look at. It's always. Yep. This entire Krypton sequence is absolutely, like, well put together. Oh. I would say one thing about the film, and it's been a couple years since, probably since like BBS probably. So it's been a few years since I've seen the movie, so there might be a few things I've forgotten. But the Codex thing is something that's a little bit like, wait, what? How are you guys populating, but you're not by a stall and a all that? It's all powered by like a weird stall thing? Okay. And later you're gonna put it into your charger? Well, okay. But outside of it, you're like, okay. Yeah, in the context of the movie, it's all about Zod trying to rebuild Krypton and all the alien, here's a star that brings our people back. And you're like, okay. It's odd. I mean, there's a couple shots in both BBS and in this and Man of Steel that just looks like straight off a comic. I can kind of picture like an artist kind of drawing it, like that shot of like the ship behind Jor-El and he kind of turning, looking at it. Yeah, once again, Snyder visuals, really good visual storyteller. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the creatures of the designs, even though they kind of this firefly dragon creature kind of does look a little bit like the face does look a little bit like Doomsday, but just put it out there. The thing about these like 15 minutes, as I said about earlier, about able to show the history and the relationship between Zod and Jor-El in just say a couple of minutes in like, I don't know, a 30-second conversation, they're able for like a couple of minutes show the relationship between Jor-El and Laura, and the bond they have for their son and how much they want to keep him around, and they don't want him to go, but but they know the situation that they're in, that, you know, Krypton's doomed, and we might have to stay behind, and we're basically saying goodbye when he goes up. You know what I always laugh at is when, you know, they're, you know, advertising, you know, when it comes to ads and advertising stuff, and they're like, hey, here's Joel in this cool outfit that he only wears like for like a minute. Here's the toys that, you know, of Joel where a suit he only wears for a minute, you know what I mean? But yeah, not complaining, just one of those funny moments. Yeah. The problem, I will say this, I always get mixed up between Superman 2 and Man of Steel of, what's it, for Fairer? It's Fairer in this film, right? Yeah. The, yeah. No, he stole it, more like insulting it. Well, yeah. Like, this fight even has that level of like history, and you tell there's two people who used to respect each other, or have some kind of history towards each other, and but you know both of them are there to just like, hey, we are doing this because we are seeking the future of our planet. Yeah, I wasn't sure this stuff would happen if out of the blue Earth kind of you know, it's like, hey, yeah. Mm. Nope. Je Yo, General Zod, you're not the ruler of the damn planet. Yeah, even if it's the end of the world, we're gonna still punish you. And here comes the dick ships, and I'm not shitting you, they look like giant dicks. Yeah, the idea they're meant to be rockets that could fit a tiny human being, and that's where the feet are. But with all the lines, the curves, and all that kind of stuff, they look like giant penises. I'm not shitting you. Penises with rockets. Just put it out there. Realistic, CGI Wayne. Well. It's interesting. It's interesting seeing the Phantom Zone, or at least the entrance to the Phantom Zone, in different takes. Because in in the Crystal Reeve films, it's a giant triangle, and now it's just essentially a door to a different dimension, you may say. I will say this: I really enjoy how they deal with the destruction and the end of Krypton. You know, it's easy to just do the big ass, everything blowing up, everyone screaming. But this one, Snyder chose to do it peacefully. That, it was chosen to do it peacefully, to make it like this is the end and make a better world, and had this sense of hope that towards it, while also keeping it somber, where we're seeing the end of an entire planet, basically. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's not like it's not even a slightly a celebration of it, because we're like, oh, we kill, but it's like, Peter gets bitten by the spider, or Bruce gets his parents killed. That step that becomes the hero, the character that we know our main character is going to become. How they don't act, Krypton as that stepping stone in a way. Is it? Oh, this music is so good. The soundtrack. I think it's called Arcade, this track. I think it's called Arcade. But it's surprising also they didn't do the whole, well, maybe it was a deleting of, Jonathan and Martha fighting little Clark Kent. Precisely. but you know, we just probably, so I think it's the whole thing. You know the origin story. You know the origin story of Superman, so you know you kind of know what happens next, kind of thing. You just need to see Krypton and him crash landing and call it a day, and now we have a jump. Yeah, I'm probably saying quiet right now just because I'm so captivated with the film right now, and it's also it's just an action sequence of Clark saving the old wig. So you're like, that's your comic book cover, everyone. That is a comic book panel of Superman, Clark swimming, while lifting up, trying to let the comic. And here's another shot, a beautiful shot of this Clark floating in the ocean. It's just. Now, the one thing I will say about this movie, it is kind of doing this whole thing of like, what would a person like Superman really be like? You know? And having Clark studying his abilities, and mainly X-ray vision, in this way, it's not, it would, they kind of act the realism of it. It would be probably terrifying for a while, a 12-year-old or any age where you can see the insides of someone. Yeah. And superheroing. Yeah. The oh, this is this is a good moment. The Tensa Island. Yeah. Because the thing about it, like, in other versions, you know, X-ray vision, superhero, they kind of always do, like, look how cool he is. But this movie kind of plays in a different angle, probably the horror of it. And stuff that you don't understand and don't know why it's happening. Because clearly at this, clearly at this point they haven't, told that. By the way, Clark, you're an alien. Oh, hi, well, tell after I say hi. Knowing about, They probably weren't thinking about a DCEU while they were making this movie. And then they're like, Avengers is popular, let's, start making our versions. We own the Justice League, so let's do our version of it. But anyway. Dick Splash? Really? Out of the criticism of the world, that's the one you go with. Okay. Mm. Mm. The thing about you stay quiet during the action sequences because you're trying to feel the tension, and this scene has so much tension with these kids. Even Clark is going to drag them out, drag the bus out. You just feel that tension of these kids. It's like, or like, come on, Clark, And they say he doesn't say people in this movie. He says an oil wig and a bus full of kids. Jeez. But, excuse me. I mean, well, we all do weird and, we... Yeah. Now here comes the scene that people are like, no, Jonathan wouldn't say this. Jonathan wouldn't do this. Is this line that's the scene around the corner. See, Jonathan would have said that because basically what Jonathan is just simply a father trying to protect his son. He is in fear of what the world is going to see him as. Do they see him as a hero or a villain? Are they going to be split on him? People, and finding out there's aliens and all that. Yeah. Because we know. And the scene next to this, the scene, like, right after this scene, like this thing right now in the barn, shows that Jonathan would have said maybe. What am I meant to do? Let him die? Maybe. And God, he, because all he. Yeah. Oh, and here comes this moment. Here comes this moment. See? Oh, God, the mood, the feelings. Jonathan would say the word maybe because he's a parent who's trying to check his child. It's just, you know, in 19, if you crash in 1984, you might want to just wish things, so you never know. But yeah, maybe it was, you know, Clark crashed in 1985. You never know. Yeah. We all know my opinion on Lobo. Even referencing the damn character by just calling say, okay, Lobo, calm down. I'm like, yeah, it's probably not worth it, definitely. Because the moment you throw a punch, he's going to turn into a piano. Pull some Superman 2 shit where it's like, okay. There we go. Probably I think this is the first show of the from like the first trailer, I believe. No, it was the butterfly core in the bars or something. Go to a foot. Blew it. Mhm. Yeah. Okay, that's a very Lois thing to say. Neil Hamilton. Yeah, that's probably what would happen. You just gotta army. If you're gonna be with the army, you gotta be treated like you're a member of the army. Yep. Clay Lois has done some rock climbing at a time. I mean, in a way, this ship is basically the Fortress of Solitude without actually doing the Fortress of Solitude. Which, in a way, it is basically the Fortress of Solitude. It's just not in the Atlantic. You know, it's in later films. It's in BBS. It's in bloody Metropolis. There was one, and there's one empty. And of course, if you know the prequel comic, who that was, Kara Zor-El, who's, you know, of course, it's Supergirl. So, in the DCU, well, you don't know. Supergirl might show up. I think they'll work on a Supergirl comic anyway, Supergirl movie anyway. So, oh, yeah. Mhm. Ugh. It's gonna hurt, and then you pass out. Hopefully, you pass out very, very quickly. Just like the body can't take as much pain, so it just like gets numb, and you know your body just passes out. Yeah, the day planet is not going to become a the and of course Lois is one of those people who's like, yeah, the hiding super identity thing, not gonna be a thing. Just forget about that whole thing. No. Now, this recap thing, like, when it comes to the codex, once again, it is a little bit like, wait, what? The codex is a what now? Like, I get it's meant to help you populate your planet, but still. What the spoilers? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the real question, right? Like, so, could you just make a bigger ship to fit the you in? No? Okay, it's just, yeah, the product, yeah. I will say the suit gets better and better with the movies. It's still a damn good suit, I won't lie. It's a really good suit. Hope and optimism and all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's one dude in a bat suit you might have to evince that hope, but it's, outside of that, everyone else is very hopeful. This is tired. This is a really good suit reveal. I mean, it is so quick, this movie. It feels like 20 minutes, and we are only almost an hour, you know, only 49 minutes in. It's just how, yeah. Yep. Starting leaping off a Superbound. Yep. Which is the first thing that Superman didn't have that power of flight yet. In the early stuff, he had the flight of bouncing. So it was the anime show in the 50s. It's like, guys, can we make Superman fly? And it's like, yeah, okay, cool. And now he flies now. So that's the origin of Superman flying. Oh, the music, how the music swells up, and how the atmosphere goes up, and then slowly that. The, this is a really good. This movie is. Can people please explain why this movie is so split? Can please explain this to people, because like I'm watching it, and every time I watch the film, I'm like, this is good. This is really good. Oh god. Yep. 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 And of course, we need that iconic shot of Superman flying over the globe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That look of like, oh, this day. That day was about to happen anytime soon. I don't know, probably Henry Cavill could actually play a teenage version of himself. And he buys it being what, 18, 19? But actually, that would be a point, realistically. If it's a whole thing of, I have this talent, I'm able to do this talent, I want to do this thing that I want to do, but the people around me can't let me do it, or not give me the support that I feel that is needed. And of course, there's going to be a little bit of friction towards it. And also do the whole thing, the last conversation that the two of them had wasn't the best kind of thing. Ah, the tornado scene. I was like, what happened to a heart attack? What happened to Jonathan just getting a heart attack? Anyway. Yep. Now, there's this point where it's like, well, why doesn't Clark just, super speed his way to Jonathan and save him and all that kind of stuff? It is simple. A promise is, it's about keeping a promise. The world is not ready for you, and I'm going to die to protect. It's all about protecting his son, and that's all it is. I'm going to sacrifice myself to protect you, so you don't have to. To protect you, so people don't fear you. Well, in a way, it was kind of white knowing the events of BBS. How split it was. But I wouldn't be shocked that if the events of the third act of this movie didn't happen, people would be like, yes, let's go ahead, fly. Fly, save us, go ahead. No, these were the first shots of the teaser trailer that came out in 2012. 2012! When life was simple. Anyway. Hey, is that was a electrical van? Just noticed that. Because, you see electrical all over the place in Metropolis, but, didn't spot like, oh, there's a electrical truck in the background. And that look. That's a look of, it's wonderful, but at the same time, it's wonderful, but at the same time, it's the whole thing. You're the, for her, Clark is her son, and then and get reminded. Oh, here we go. And you break at the god. I mean, in a way, it's a little bit impossible. Because, Man of Steel. Yeah. But also, it's that little bit of a, oh, you're my son, but now I'm 100% have to, in case you get reminded, that that he's someone else's. He knows the reasons why now, but alright. Oh, oh no, it's the dick ships. Oh, dear, the apples. It's all over the damn dusty floor. Jeez. What? Why does that kettle at the beginning sound like R2-D2 was all about to show up? Ha! Yeah, have you ever? Yeah, it's Lois. She's all about support and everything. I mean, all I would do if I was Ken, just show the eyes glowing and then call it a day. But just show the eyes glowing. But you know, that would just be me. But of course, you know, be a little bit like Brightburn, but not 100% like Brightburn. Just but of course, that's what let people fear you. But he'll return into a piranha. No, I'll be cleaning off the fucking floor. That's why I would be it would be happening. When Superman goes to a place. This is a movie that is about also anyway, so what you have here, oh jeez. I want to talk about the space bit, but then you got like some people flying guns there. We'll hear a point. I'll mention it when we have like a part where it's not much, you know, stuff happening. This is that is probably the most Superman lines I have ever heard in a movie. By the way, I have. The whole "don't play games with me, General." Like that's that's a very Superman line. Yeah. About this is a movie about someone also building that optimism. Someone who has that, who has that hope, who has that optimism, who has that, and it's them building up to that hope and being that person that we know them to be. But the problem is, like, the moment you do make you film series like TV shows, the difference between movies, between movies, TV shows, is if you don't like an episode, you can just wait till next week and hopefully you like another episode, and hopefully you like the next episode that comes out. The difference between doing it with a movie is that you are waiting X amount of months and you're like, well, I didn't like the last one, so yeah, well, I loved it until you go see the other one. And of course, everything falls into security concern. And that's a Superman line. The whole thing of like, you won't troll me. And anytime that Superman says general and that whole thing, it does feel very Superman. Yes, Superman doesn't have like Superman. I'm gonna make fun of those people just a little bit. If you have, it's fine if you have different opinions, all that kind of stuff. But as we all do, when someone has a different opinion, we always like to do little fun jabs at people, at those people. BBS, I will say this: BBS is a step down, so don't worry. Yeah, hopefully Justice League is better. Hope Justice League is like this movie. If you think about this movie, it's about two stories, like just ensemble. You have the whole origin story of Clark becoming Superman, and now you have Zod coming to Earth, and now you have the alien invasion and the humans' first contacts and that whole thing. I will say this: the suit that Cavill wears in BBS is a better suit than the one he wears in Man of Steel. I don't know. Still a good suit, but it's a more more bright in colors. It's more heavy on the blues. Well, I'll do a Yes, Master Man Hunter. Soup spoilers. If you know certain things about the Snyder Cut, you know. The question I do have here is, why was Lois meant to be on that ship? Like, the sequence is there for Soup's, Clark meeting, Clark meeting Zod, and find out about the Wells Boy, and find out the plans, and all that kind of stuff. It's still the whole thing of, like, why... Fair, yeah. Okay. Yes, I'll be like, yes, 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 Zod, my dead, the bloody fortune song to get me the recap. The thing about Zod here is he thinks he's the good guy. Yeah, because his mission, his soul, the purpose of living, because as Joel stated that, the children of Krypton were all put in class and he was a soldier. And yeah, anyway, became my salvation. Yeah, something like so you can kind of know where they're going. So anyway, you anyway. But anyway, Zod he believes he's a good guy. He is a general who is who has a mission to keep the future of Krypton of surviving. It's just the ways he's doing is not really a coexisting. It's not a thing that he's interested about. Yeah, you're looking at it. Excuse me. Look a little bit of Kingdom Come in that suit. Just think about it. It does look a little bit Kingdom Come, with like the nut with the black set the orange. It's one of those. Boom, as my point states. Zod thinks he's a good guy. I'm John Jones. Spoiler once again with the Snyder cut. It's been like what, 4 years? People, and we slowly find out what was meant to be in the film. Anyway. The only reason I can see Lois being here, just so the atmosphere, basically so she can put the key in the slot, so it's, so Clark can have the abilities that he has with the sun. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the fan zone. We'll finally make it. We're able to make everyone go in those little disc prisons. No, no. Yes, Joel has the force. That's basically what he has. In the sea, he has the force. What's it? It's not IHOP anymore. It's iBob or iKnob or something on the sides. I mean, basically, Lois is there just so we have a reason Clark to. Okay. Jesus pose. I mean, to be fair, I think the one thing I am always curious about when you have characters like Thor and Wonder Woman, even Superman. Realistically, what does that do with religion? Yeah, if these guys are showing up, what happens? Do people just like, nope, Zeus, like with Wonder Woman with Greek authority, nope, Zeus did not happen. It's like, but the daughter's right over there. The daughter's Zeus, right? I always curious. Yeah. By the way, that was a cool scene. We're yapping about Beijing of two worlds and the whole thing. And soon we'll find the boy style of Superman and what makes him upset and angry and all those things. See, he smiles. Like a little smirk. He does a little smirk. They say Superman doesn't smile. I swear to God, he smiles like 10 times. Like 30 times. After the entire movie. And in certain situations, if he was smiling, he could be a flippin' sociopath. You know, there's a thing called a door, right? You could just open it with a door. You know, even you just with the doors off. I mean, great. You own us a new house. Here comes Angry Boy Stout. And the first bit of destruction. Anyway. Yeah. Can't be gone. And here comes the cool ass action sequence. This is yeah. And of course, when you have Superman next to the American flag. This is where people were like about Superman Returns. It's like Superman doesn't punch stuff, and it's like yeah, but everybody whistle, right? It's like we're building it up. Yep. Yep. There goes the parking lot. So, we assume that clothing is bulletproof as well? Okay. Let's put it, yeah. Oop! Here we go. Revolution up yours. And jeez Louise, Clark. I mean, it's not like you're gonna be a guy in a bat suit anytime soon. Jesus. Yeah. We can all make the BBS jokes and Justice League jokes. Nope. Nope. Grab the cape. See, this is why you don't have capes. See, villains just grab them and it's like, well, I ain't gonna grab your leg. I can just grab your cape, dude. It's like, seriously. Anyway. Nope. And I spin around and around and around and around and around and around. Boom! And see, he saved another person. He saved another person. Jesus. So, I mean, he's like, notice he says the entire planet, by the way, guys. Anyway. Those people are dead. No, those people ain't dead. Because they can't. But these guys are. Oh, boom. I mean, I am always a fan of this type of action just because it looks like a comic. If you read a comic book, this is the action that you're going to get. If you watch any of the animated animated movies, this is the action you're going to get. But I think it's when it comes to live action, you're like, yeah, maybe too realistic? Anyway. I'm always a fan. I'm even a fan of the big CGI fighting Wonder Woman with Ares. I won't lie. But the thing about the action in this is essentially this. It is basically what realistically these fights would be like. A lot of explosions, a lot of destruction, a lot of death towards, you know, the regular folks. But I think what was the big thing was, it wasn't that there was so much destruction, Superman didn't save people, it was, it's too realistic. Okay, I went like, this is a bit overkill. Like, and here comes the train! It's like, okay guys, like, really? Really, Snyder? Really? I would just let her fly away. It's just, that's just a little bit of oh, that's a bit overkill, I will say. But you know, she's knocked down, I get it, but I would just let her like fly away or leap away. And this is the part where and that looks like Alice Watts just painted the damn thing. That shot of Superman just with the soldier's point, I'm like, that looks like a comic book. kind of like one of the painted ones. You know. Say what you want to say about Snyder. He knows how to get people do the visuals. He's a really good visual storyteller. I'm always curious, like, knowing Snyder is that good with the visuals, that and we all say, well, the best part of Watchmen was the Dr. Manhattan origin story. The best parts of Man of Steel are the first 15 minutes of of the film on Krypton, the first 5 minutes of Sucker Punch. I'm always curious, like, what would be a movie if you just, like, no sound, just maybe just sound effects, visuals, maybe all voiceover and that whole thing, and just, like, focus on the visuals, like that short film we did, that came out 2017, I think. It's like swear. Yeah. Yeah, just get used to the sun. See, this is what I'm like, wait, what? So the codex. So I'm like, so the codex is in Clark. So the codex is in Clark because of why? That's it. The whole codex thing for me, I'm a little bit okay. Mike has the idea that he's in the Joel put the codex into Cal of Clark or Soups is so there can be more Kryptonians. I mean, yeah. Oh look, there's a spaceship, ladies and gentlemen. Hey everyone, take a picture of this. This is a spaceship. Oh, there's a beam. Well, you know, a giant beam in the sky. It's always it's a lot of destruction because there's smoke coming out of the thing, and the clouds is all foggy, and the water is rising, and the airways just. Yep. Okay, I'm being quiet right now just because, like, I'm getting really invested. Oh, here's another good Superman line. Yeah. See a little bit of humor there. There's a little bit of humor there. Wait, is that a person I saw? Well, that is a bit terrifying. Okay, I don't care about. Yeah, I know the world sport doesn't really the tentacle thing, but it's cool. Okay, like this, like Superman fighting a little tentacle thing and flying over. That's something out of the '50s animated show. Look. Blah. I mean, the action in this movie is fantastic. I'm just gonna say this. Like, even the transition. So see that transition of like the missile hitting that car and transitioning to one of the yeah to one of the jets. Yeah, we go to the harbor. We go to that other city that is somehow is more safer right now. Now, somewhere around this, Bruce is here. Somewhere in Metropolis, Bruce is racing to Wayne Enterprises. Yeah. Like around here. Yep. Realism, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe a little bit too much realism. Yeah. Don't say quarantine. Don't say quarantine. It's all. That's a whole other me now. He won't kneel before you. Boom. That's all right there. There's your Superman 2 reference, guys. This scene, well, with Perry finding Jenny Olsen, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is, you know, giving you danger, tension, but at the same time, but like you got Jenny stuck in the rubble, and you got Perry trying to get them out, but there's that level of hope there, and a sense of optimism there when we jump to Soups. You know, with his face, yeah, well, not yet, but him kind of molding into the other Superman, yeah, into another Superman. But if you don't know, there's a Crystal Week cameo, Easter egg there. So, I'm getting goosebumps right now. See, you know, if he lost his face, his face turns into Crystal Week for a bit. There we go. So anyway, anyway, now off to Metropolis you go. Yes, Master Manhunter. It is one of those things. Knowing certain things like Black Suit and possible Green Lantern and possible this and possible that and possible X, Y, and Z and that, yeah, Black Suit, Superman, all that with the Snyder Cut or Justice League. It's coming out in March, so we're not that far away seeing it. It's you know, it's one of those things where you're like, sorry if you didn't know about it, but gotta make a couple of jokes. That's what she said. That's what she said. It's about to go all the way. That's what she said. Yep. Nope. The Krypton has chance. This is good. It is also now knowing Bruce Wayne was in the sequence. You're like, okay, like you're like underneath little cars moving by. Yep. Anyway, now you just ruined the Fortune of Solitude. That's always the way to go. I'm gonna be curious with the Snyder Cut. Will Supes get his classic suit back? That could be a one good question. Like, will he be wearing the, you know, or will he be wearing the black suit with the entire thing? I'll be curious. Like, seriously, why would? Hello, stream. And suck into the fan zone you go. Into the void. Pulling them all in. Pulling them all in. There you go. There's a part of me that's like, with, you know, upcoming, you know, Lois, there you go. I always felt like, is the skin, like those little cracks onto Clark's face, is that meant to be like a All-Star Superman reference a little bit, or am I just overthinking it a little bit? It's like, no, that's not a reference because of blah 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 blah. Yeah, like at the end of All-Star Superman, yeah, he has like a bit of a crack. His skin was, he's turning to pure energy kind of thing, so his skin's kind of cracking. No, it's all how it's all how it is. Yeah, it's not like you're gonna die in a year. Hey-oh, was it a year or 2 years? It's a year after Man. BBS is a year after the events of Man Steel. It's not like you're gonna die and fight doing a massive bat suit, and there's this Lex Luthor and blah, 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 and then this Wonder Woman, and then Doomsday, blah, and then you're gonna come back to Fly and have this weird upper lip thing. It's a whole weird thing. Or maybe you won't. No, you won't have the upper lip. Because it's the usual shit they shot. Now, what he's saying right now, is the character itself and a person who, well, he's just gonna say it. Yeah. So when it comes to a certain moment that is going to happen in like, you know, 5 minutes, yeah. Like, remember, he is saying that when it comes to a certain moment, and I think there's a keep calm Batman thing, like, you know, keep calm militia Batman thing in here, in this office. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's just Superman going through the rubble. Anyway, when it comes to that, remember, basic one, Clark is only being Superman for like a day, so they give him a break. But two, also, Zod is going to be that guy. It's like he said, I am going to kill this entire planet slowly and painfully. Because you have taken my... Basically, I'm going to take away the thing that you take away from me. And he's just going to have a mindset. Injustice, ladies and gentlemen. I swear to God, if it was Injustice, we wouldn't be playing. It wouldn't be some controversial about the action. About it's too much. Too much destruction. Too much violence. It's like... And see, even in sense that there's only one way it's going to end. I die. Basically, you kill me or I kill you. That's how it's all going to end. Yeah, there's no going to be some. You ain't going to throw me into Phantom Zone. You isn't. And play out. Superman 2. For goodness sakes, you know, he crushed his hand. You know how Zod got defeated in Superman 2. Has his hand crushed and got chucked into a bobber's pit. No, he wasn't. That got chucked. No, that was in the Donner cut. That was in the Donner cut, not the actual cut that came out in theaters. Yeah, well, at least he'll still have like a neck attached. Hey-o! Yeah. Once again, it is that whole thing of like, this is what it would actually be like, having a big ass, giant super barrel. Anyway. Boom. Boom! And if you think about it with this now, with all the instructions, all going through the buildings, and all that kind of stuff, first things first, it's just a bloody it's you know, a building or two. But anyway, see, there's still buildings attached. Anyway, the thing about it, Clark's not doing the instruction. It's Zod. He's the one now. I think Zod is doing the full on, like, I'm going to put your head through the thing. Like, oh, wait, in places was this a little bit. You know, that was meant to be a Nolan. You know, Christopher Nolan being a producer of this film. This little wink, wink, nod, nod, not knowing that, you know, sequel wise, they were going to put Batman in it in the next film. Anyway, LexCorp, different logo. And here's the moment. Should Superman kill? He has killed several times. The comes, but maybe we express that. Once again, Superman 2. Anyway. Boom. See. See, he's screaming stop. Super saying stop. He's screaming the word stop. And then Zod saying never. Zod is a person who, there's only way to stop him, and that's doing that. And by a single yell that hasn't come out, by a single yell, the pain of him killing basically the last person of his race outside of him now officially being the last son of Krypton, comes out of this entire scream. All that pain is there. God, this movie's so good. Once again, like 56% of Rotten Tomatoes. 56. Blasphemy, I say that. Blasphemy. Jesus. The big part with that, thank goodness it didn't drop on them. See, that's a very Superman thing to say. Like a little cheeky, like, you get a little bit of cheeky Superman. Ugh. You know, Captain Ferris. God. Jeez. Yep. Hope there's no, you know, pilots around. No, Hal Jordans. he mimicking? Because if who is he? Is he mimicking Batman? Is he mimicking Wonder Woman? Like, did he make a wish that says, "I wish I wore a cape"? Like, what's going on here? Also, I am going to wear these glasses, so people won't know who I am. I know, it's insane. If you just wear glasses, or not wear glasses, people do not know what you look at least. It just makes things, I think because it's like classic thing, it feels odd. See, I would have shot 5 minutes after this movie ends. Lois says to Clark, "Yeah, really? You think the glasses are gonna work? Like, really? The glasses? Like, really?" Anyway, that's the end of Man of Steel. Still a fantastic movie. That's Superman theme. So next month I will do the same thing for BBS, the Ultimate Edition, the 3-hour cut of it, and in February, and then in March I would be reviewing all 4 episodes. Well, I don't know how it's going to be done, but all 4 episodes of the Snyder Cut. So, yeah, stay tuned for that.